Okay, so I think we had a couple more people join us, and welcome to everyone. I see some of my favorite people here on the line with me. Again, we have a small group of attendees today, but we are going to be recording this for everyone who couldn't attend. But thank you so much for joining us. And normally we would have this as an in-person event, and we had to cancel it this past spring because of the impact of COVID-19. And I hope all of you and your families are doing well. But as you know, this remains one of our most favorite events of the year. This is a time of the year where we celebrate you and your accomplishments and thank you for all that you do for us and for our students. We don't say it often enough, but we want to thank you for making a difference each and every day in the classroom and outside the classroom. And you want to probably want to figure out why I chose today as our as our event. Well, today actually happens to be the first day of summer. Normally, we would have Richard Holsworth or one of our some of our students from our Tri-C ensemble entertain you, but they couldn't perform today. So we still wanted to acknowledge them and our students as they too persisted and had a strong finish this past spring semester. So hopefully you enjoyed our little intro soundbite. And the name of that soundbite was called Summer. And today it's going to be a scorcher. So I hope you're enjoying your summer. And this is going to be a great kickoff to the summer. So this is going to be a really low key event this year, as we just finished our college wide convocation event this past spring. And this was the first time that our adjuncts were both invited and able to participate. So we're looking forward to having more of these kinds of events for you guys to participate in. But we're also looking forward to having a big event, a big shindig in the near future when it's safe for us all to do so. So please watch your emails and your inboxes, and you'll get communications about that. So I just want to make sure that you guys are hearing me and that I haven't lost you with my long-winded intro. So I have a question for you. You can either send it to us in a chat or in an email. The winner will be announced on Monday. You know I love giving you guys stuff. What I want is the current name of our current college president, our immediate past college president, our current Eastern Campus president, and then our immediate past campus president. So the first adjunct and that sends that information, like I said, Janika is watching the chat, or you can send it via email, and I'll send out the winner. And that winner is actually going to get a $25 e-gift card from Amazon. So without further ado, I am going to pass the baton over to Dr. Lisa Williams, who's our current Eastern Campus President, and she would like to share some words of appreciation and some campus updates with you. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Williams. Dr. Williams, please.
Thank you, Sandra, and good afternoon. Thank you, everybody, for joining us in our Adjunct Faculty Appreciation Celebration today. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm happy that you could join us on this beautiful Saturday, and as Sandra said, the first day of summer. I'd be remiss if I didn't start out by thanking Sandra and her wonderful team for helping us set up this appreciation through our remote learning. And I think that's something that we've all had to adapt to and adopt to over the last couple of months. So a big thank you and a shout out goes to Sandra and Dr. Kim Johnson that oversees the adjunct offices and her team. So thank you. And a special thank you to all of the adjuncts for what you do every day for our students. You make such a difference in the lives of our students, and we just can't thank you enough for everything that you've done. A special thank you also for this past spring. What a spring it was. One day we were going to classes, and the next thing we knew, we had to turn over and go to a remote learning environment. And so many of you were an integral part in taking your seat-based classes and turning them into a virtual environment so you could continue the important work and education that you do with our students. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I know many of our students were also hesitant about going to an online environment, just like many of the faculty, but the students overall did well. We didn't have a lot of students withdraw, and we were so happy that we could continue on with our spring semester and go on to a successful graduation. As you know, we also did a remote virtual commencement. We're hoping this fall in December that we can go back to a face-to-face commencement, but we'll just have to wait and see where we are with COVID-19 and what guidelines we are receiving from the state. I wanted to share a little bit today with you about what we're doing around COVID. What Dr. Johnson had identified is we're working really in 4 phases. And the first phase, phase 1, is something that we started in June, and that's really our summer semester. And what we asked our faculty to do was any students that needed some face-to-face, hands-on lab skill work, we asked the faculty to schedule that in June if it was for their spring semester classes. So students were able to come on campus in a very safe environment. We have PPE for all of our staff, our faculty, and our students. We're constantly wiping things down. We have plexiglass put where we need it in case we are interacting with students and individuals from the community. So in the month of June, we asked faculty if they had anything the students needed to come onto our campuses for, that they could complete their classwork in June. Then in the month of July, we're asking any summer classes where students may need to be on campus. We're asking them to come to the campuses and complete their summer work in July. And we're calling that phase 1. And in the phase 1 opening, we opened up our campuses, but very limited. Right now, as of the first week of June, we come to campus on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we are open from 10 until 2. But it's a very limited opening. At our Eastern campus, we are open in the ESS building. We have our enrollment center, financial aid, our bookstore, our dean of students, and our learning commons area open. So we've had students come in to pay bills, to enroll for fall, to return books to the bookstore, or to come up to the learning commons and use our computers or do some printing. So we will continue to be open on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 until 2. What we have also been doing is many faculty and staff would like to come into their offices. So we ask that they work through my office and reach out to myself or Patricia, who will hand my assistant, and request a time. And what we're doing is we are normally having the faculty and staff come in on Monday, Wednesdays, or Fridays. And the reason for that is because many of them are in our different buildings. They might be in our health careers building and have an office there or a lab. They might be in our EEC or the Mandel Center. So this way, if we schedule an appointment for someone to come in, we work with Sergeant Johnson and with Plan Ops, and we make sure that they can comfortably come in, get what they need out of their offices, then we can wipe everything down and close out the building. So that's considered phase 1. Phase 2 will start for our fall semester, and we're currently working on the schedule for fall. That'll start on August 2nd or 3rd, the first week of August, phase 2. We are working on what days the campuses will be open. Most likely this fall will probably be open 3 days a week, but we will have more classes on site. As you know, we have so many health career programs and programs with accreditation guidelines that we want to make sure for our students that they are accomplishing all of the objectives and goals that they need to within their class work. So we will have students, and probably close to 30 to 40% of our curriculum will be face-to-face. Again, with social distancing, with having face covers, and with cleaning the areas. So we're excited about fall. We're ready to slowly bring individuals back, our faculty, our staff, our students back to the campus. And that'll take place this fall. The other thing, though, that we won't be doing at this point in time is opening up our fitness center, having any of our athletic programs, or our pool. I'm not sure that we will be opening them later the fall, but we'll wait and see, and we will definitely make announcements about that. Phase 3 is what we're calling our spring semester, and we hope in spring that we don't have a COVID peak as bad in the fall as they're predicting. But in phase 3 in the spring, we hope we can bring more classes and more individuals and services back to our campuses. And then phase 4 will be next summer. So we have a lot that we're doing to get prepared for fall. For summer, our enrollment was down around 4% or so. We still have some 5-week classes, so we don't have an actual final number, but we were very pleased because we expected to have a higher percentage of students not attending. but we do have a lot of work to do in order to get ready for our fall semester and to get our students enrolled. And so we know that you will be part of it, that you'll help us with our classes. We're going to have several modalities this fall. We're going to have totally online classes. We're going to have online classes where it's synchronous, where the students will sign up and they might totally be online and not come to campus, but they might have specific times. So they might have a Tuesday, Thursday, where they would meet from 11 to 10 or from 10 to 11:30 online with their instructor. That's called online with synchronous. The other thing we would have is some face-to-face classes. Again, that's mostly for our programs that have accreditation requirements around them or programs where we need to do some things. And again, that will be somewhat limited. And then the fourth is our hybrid classes. And that consists of some time on campus but mostly remote and online. So we will continue to send out information about that. And so everybody is aware of the schedule and what we'll be doing. And we look forward to having many of you back our fall semester. The other thing I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about is the college budget. I'm sure you've heard the governor talk. I'm sure you know where we are as a state. Part of the funding that we get, besides our levies and tuition from the students, is called our state share of instruction, SSI. We know right now the governor has already told us that we are going to be cut greatly. That's all the schools across the state, both 2-year and 4-year. So in order for us to balance our budget for this year, fiscal year 2021, which starts July 1st, we had to find $25 million reduction to the budget. We will be taking it to the board at the end of this month for approval of the FY 2021 budget. In order to do that, we took a lot of things that we looked at in each of our budgets around travel, since we're not traveling, about business expenses, of anything that we could find that we could make cuts. We also, for the employees, we are not doing our increases starting July 1st for the non-bargaining units. And some of us in the administration roles did accept a cut to our annual salaries. So we're trying to do everything we can so we have as little impact. But in doing that, we did have to do some layoffs. And so we looked mostly to our part-time individuals that might be working in areas where we're not going to have services for a while, such as student activities, athletics, and those areas. It was a very hard thing to do. We really didn't want to have to do it, but we knew that we had to come up with a balanced budget. We're hoping with these layoffs, though, that as soon as we can get services back up and running on the campuses, that we can bring back the employees that were laid off. Another thing the college did is that we are providing an opportunity for employees that are full-time, that have worked with us for more than a year, to go with a voluntary separation. And so right now we're in the process. Every one of us received information on what we would receive from the college if we took the voluntary separation. Things like 6 months of health care, 3 weeks or 4 weeks of vacation pay, plus any pay or sick time payout that you'd be entitled to. So we're in the process of doing that and looking at individuals that might agree to take the voluntary separation. We hope between the minor layoffs that we had to do as an institution and the voluntary separation that our budget will be balanced and we'll be able to have a successful year. And a big part of that is by having the good course enrollments and nice courses that meet the students' needs that we can offer. So as much as we didn't want to have to do it, we did have to make those cuts. And so hopefully, like I said, we can bring individuals back. The other thing I just wanted to take a moment and share with you is what's been going on in both our states and as a nation. In case we haven't turned our lives upside down these past few months with COVID, we've seen some horrible things going on. And the murder of George Floyd and the riots and the freedom of speech, and everyone, our lives have been so touched by these horrible things that have been happening. And so, Tri-C as an institution, we're going to be stepping up. We'll be holding conversations. We've already had some with our students at our campuses. We'll be having community events. We'll be having speaking engagements. A lot of it at this point might be remote learning, but we will do that. We'll have training for both faculty, staff, and student opportunities and opportunities to educate all of us. So we will be opening our multicultural centers, and we've had a few remote environments, learning environments with them, and we'll be doing different talks with that. Through our Office of Diversity and Inclusion, Magda Gomez, through Dr. Matt Jordan, through our Mandel Center, with our Black American Consul, our Hispanic Consul, and with many of our faculty and leaders, we're putting together a comprehensive program that we will be sharing with everyone over the next couple months. So I just want to end by saying you make such a difference in the lives of our students every day. We can't thank you enough for everything that you do, and you truly are valued by all of us. So thank you for joining us today for this celebration. You so deserve to be celebrated. We can't wait to when we can all be back on campus and seeing everybody face to face and spending time together. So enjoy the appreciation celebration today, and I thank you for your time. I'll turn it back to you, Sanja. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Williams, for your kind words, and I'm sure that all in attendance appreciate all the details that you've given us. And what I'd like to do now is to ask Dr. Kim Johnson. I'm going to turn the program over to her. She's our interim assistant dean and a specialist. She wore 3 or 4 hats this past semester, but she would also like to share some words with you guys. So I'm going to turn the program over to her. Please join me and welcome Dr. Johnson. Dr. Johnson, please.
Thanks, Sanja. I'm so happy to be able to speak, and so happy that you all are taking the time out of your Saturday afternoon to join us. So, as Sanja said, I'm the interim assistant dean of academic affairs. I started this role, I think, maybe the last week of August, and it has been quite the adventure, I have to say, especially the last few months. And, as Dr. Williams was saying, a lot of things that are negative have happened the last few months, but also I think actually some really positive things. I think that there is some hope that some of the things that have happened are really going to allow us to shape our communities, to positively influence how we approach our work, our personal lives, and just our interactions with our fellow human beings. Um, so, with these challenges, faculty always work really hard. They really shape the student experience. But with the challenges that we've had the last few months, you all have really gone above and beyond. I know you all pivoted to remote learning, but you maintained academic rigor. You embraced new technologies and ways of connecting with students. You've held your students to high expectations, but have been flexible and shown them genuine compassion. You've connected students with resources, both academic, financial, even mental health resources. And, despite all of the challenges that you're facing, you continue to help our students access the education. So I just wanted to say that I appreciate you. I see you, and I know you're playing a key role in helping our students create the futures they envision for themselves, for their families, and you're truly making the world a better place with what you do. So thank you. I appreciate you, and thanks for your time. Sanja?
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. I'm sure that all in attendance appreciate your kind words as well. And I know that I appreciate your support and Dr. Williams' support and all of our executive leadership support for our adjuncts and your continued support. It means a lot to us. As I said, this is going to be a really low-key program. So I have a laundry list of people I'd like to thank. And I want to start off by thanking some of the people that really made today possible. So I'm going to share with you my screen, and you should be able to see now um, my screen, and it's entitled Not Goodbye, See You Later. As you know, we did have some layoffs, and unfortunately, both Ruth Money and Kelly Cruz were impacted by the financial strains of COVID-19. And so these are just a couple pictures here. If you want to send them some farewell wishes or until you see them later, please send them my way, and I will certainly forward them on to you. I'd like to give special thanks for our great ITS department and our integrated communications department because they helped me pull all this together. Without them, I couldn't have been able to pull the social bang together. And also like again to thank all of our deans, our associate deans, the faculty coordinators, the program managers, and other staff for their continued support throughout the year. They helped us make serving you a whole lot easier. It was a little bit of a struggle as we had to all adjust to doing everything in an online environment. But you know, you did it. We did it. And I want to thank both of our wonderful speakers for joining us today. It made the program all more special because they were able to share it with all of us, especially at midday on a Saturday. So I thank you guys so much. And again, I want to thank you, our beloved adjuncts, for everything. We wanted to present to you personalized certificates of appreciation like we normally do, but COVID-19 hit. So prior to Ruth and Kelly leaving, we were able to put together some certificates of appreciation in recognition of your commitment to our continued success for our students. And as you see, it says here, presented to Eastern Campus Superstar Adjunct. That means you. Your name will go there. Please watch your email as we're going to send out after this session electronic versions. But once we're able to get back on campus and be together, we'll gladly print them. And we have some really nice certificate paper and holders so that you can add that to your collection as well. But again, please watch your emails for your certificate. And normally we would have had a PowerPoint or a printed program that would highlight all of your accomplishments, all things that you've done with your students, and all the wonderful comments that your students say. But this year, I want to take a different approach based on the stream of time that we're in. And I want to highlight one of our students because this truly exemplifies the work that you do. So if you continue watching our screen, you will see an illustration. It's called An Unexpected Reality, drawn by Ronnie Little. He happened to be one of Gail Kirshner's English 1010 students. And as you look at the screen, you will see his artistic interpretation of what the student experience has been like during COVID-19. I'm sure that as you look at it, you can also see not only what the student's experience was, but also mirror what your experience was as well. This is the kind of work that you guys inspire into your students each and every day. And we applaud you for that. I want to urge you to keep up that great work. Also, please keep up your great professional development, your personal development, and call on us for whatever it is that you need from us. And please keep sending us these stories, and that way we can share it. Might appear in our newsletter. It could even appear in Dr. Williams' Campus President's update, or even Dr. Johnson's President's update. So this is probably going to be almost the end of our program today. Like I said, it's going to be really low key, but we wanted to make sure that we said thank you and that you know that you are appreciated. And we can't do this without you. But I just asked for a few more minutes of your time since we couldn't be together in person and fellowship with you and applaud your achievements. We put together a little PowerPoint, and it's going to applaud and salute all of our adjuncts over that last academic year. Just in case you're wondering, we had at the Eastern Campus about 335 for the fall, the spring, and the summer adjuncts on our campus. So we want to salute you. Don't forget to look for your name. And if you see somebody's name that you know, send them a attagirl or attaboy. So please watch your screen. And thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. And God bless you all. Okay, everyone. Hopefully, you guys can hear me over the music. I want to thank you again for attending and for being here with us today. Please take care of yourselves and your families. And we look forward to seeing you guys real soon. Again, thank you so much and for making a difference every day in the lives of all of our students and our staff and our Eastern Campus community. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day.